Sometimes they fall in love. Sometimes they become too obsessed with the most average guy in the class. Here, 10 romance anime where the girl's obsessed with the unpopular boy. Let's go. Number 10, a good librarian like a good shepherd.
もしかして待っててくれたのか？
違うよ。影くんのことなんか全然待ってないよ。
ありがとな、白崎。
だから違う。
Time to see how the awkward girl with social anxiety invites a guy to a club and the guy has to meet several other weirdos. Don't roll your eyes if you've seen this plot a bunch of times before, but hey, the cool part is there's loads of funny stuff in this one, and you even get a bunch of girls to pick your favorite from.
白崎なら引っかかってくれるか？
そんなのわかんないよ。
冗談だって。赤くなるなよ。
It all kicks off when Koyotaru Kake rescues a girl from a train mishap. To say thanks, the girl hops into the club Kake in and asks him to help out with a secret Shiomi happy project. Before you know it, other folks are joining too, and the once quiet club is buzzing with all sorts of everyday life. Harem-style adventures. If you need a good slice-of-life show with a socially awkward obsessed girl and a very lucky guy, then this is the show for you. Number 9, Mission Yozakura Family.
曲がらない方向。
何してるの？
おはよう娘。見ての通り朝のラジオ体操だよ。お弁当作ってくれたのか。
お兄ちゃん。
I've been recommending a lot recently, but I went to this with zero expectations, but turns out it was pretty good. It's not the next Spy Family contender, but it's much better than a lot of spy shows out there. This is about our guy Asano, who's getting beaten by bad luck ever since he was born. He lost his family in a sad accident and hardly talks to anyone except his childhood buddy, Mitsumi Yozakura. Little does he know, Mitsumi has a big secret. Her family are spies. And to make things worse, Mitsumi got an overprotective brother, Koichiro, who's a real pain.
ちょっとお兄ちゃん、太陽をからかうのはやめてよ。だいたいいつも毒殺か爆殺ばっかりなんだから、銃なんて役に立たないでしょ。
Like I said, it's not Spy Family, but it doesn't try to be a copy of it. It simply uses the spy element and builds its story from there. And because of that, the story is super exciting, especially if you're into shoujo series. Think of it like a mix of Hunter x Hunter and Spy Family, and that's the vibe you get. Number 8, Midori Days.
お食事に誘ってもらった上にショッピングもなんてもったいなくて罰が当たります。そうだ、今から縫えばなんとか間に合うかも。
聞けよ、デートじゃねえっつってんだろ。
In today's news of awkward anime premises writers only think of when they're high, we have an anime about a character whose hand turns into a girl. Yeah, you heard that right. Saiji Swaramura is the toughest kid in school, but he's not a bully. Actually, he's more of a hero. He stands up to bullies and helps out the underdogs. But because he's a bit intense like Bakugo from that other show, girls are scared of talking to him. There's this one girl, Midori Kasaguano, who secretly likes him.
秘密です。
なんだそりゃ。
でもまた私が知らなかった聖司君の一面を知ることができてとっても嬉しかったです。
Then one morning, Seiji wakes up to find his right hand has turned into a tiny version of Midori. I know it sounds like totally crazy compared to what you learned in biology class, but hey, this is anime. The comedy here is super fun, and it's not every day you see a girl who is a right hand or a boy with a girl who has the right hand attend school. So give this one a go. Number 7, our dating story, the experienced you and the inexperienced me.
もしよかったら次のデートの場所にどうかなって。
行く上野公園とか小学校ぶりで激エモなんだけど。
Sometimes you need to take that risk. Our buddy, Ryuto, took a risk and it paid off. When he told Runa, the most popular girl in school, that he liked her after losing a game, she surprisingly said yes. Isn't that surprising? Did the most popular girl in school really agree to go out with him? They're totally different, but somehow they get along, and their fake relationship might become real soon.
だからこれお弁当作ったの。
If you've watched shows like My Girlfriend's a Gal, then this pretty much gives off that vibe. You got the popular girl who slowly falls for the unpopular guy and realizes he isn't some nobody after all. The animation's colorful and cheerful, which adds to the show's fun feeling. And I'm not saying the character relationships are outstanding, but if you want the popular girl to fall for the unpopular boy, this show has got your back. Number 6, Nor 9.
昨夜はよく眠れた？
あまりよく眠れませんでした。
かけるでいいって言っただろ。
じゃあ、かけるくん。
Did you know the developers of Among Us released an anime called Nor 9? Picture this, a group of people on a spaceship and one of them seems suspicious. But unlike Among Us, there are no colorful blobs trying to eliminate each other, or that one idiot who always keeps throwing the wrong guy out of the spaceship during emergency meetings. Oh, and among all the Among Us, there is some romance among them too.
かけるくんの能力って木を直せるんですか？木とお話ができるんですか？
さあ、どう思う？
すごく素敵です。
In this anime, there's a spaceship journeying to the other side of the world, and someone on board realizes there's an extra person sneaking around. Who could it be? Well, they cause trouble and escape through a vent. Along with the suspense, the show also dives into fantasy and world-building stuff. Like I said, when it comes to romance, you'll figure out pretty quickly who's suspicious. Number 5, Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invincible.
怒ってる？僕なんかした？
心当たりない？
A list like this won't be complete without an anime that resembles Takagi-san. But since everyone knows Takagi-san, let's speak about Kubo, who won't let this guy be invincible. Here we have a high school student named Junta who wants to lead a successful high school life. But the problem is, no one notices him. Even when he sits in the class, everyone thinks he is non-existent. The only person who cares about him is a girl called Kubo. But Kubo is your average girl who likes to tease.
白石座れ。
You can pretty much see how their chemistry evolves. Since nobody else plays Junta any mind, Kubo's got an easy target for her teasing. It's kind of like a spin-off of teasing Master Takagi-san, but with its own twists and turns. Give it a shot, and if you're into that sort of thing, just don't expect any girls to notice your invisible self like they do with Junta. Number 4, A Town Where You Live.
二ケツで登校なんか恥ずかしゅうてできるか。
帰りはどうすんのよ。
あ、帰り。
こんな遠いのに歩いて帰れないでしょ。
If you're tired of popular girls, teasing girls, and pouting girls, then let's see some realistic relationship issues like breaking up, falling in love, and breaking up again, and maybe even falling in love once more. In this story, we follow Haruto Kirishima and Yuzuki Iba, who live in the same town. Haruto promises to help Yuzuki whenever she needs it, but things get complicated when Yuzuki comes back and helps him get the attention of a different girl. That's some six-dimensional plot twist.
ハルトくんって
は？
ななみちゃんのこと好きなんでしょ。
But it isn't over. Soon enough, Haruto finds himself falling for Yuzuki. It's one of those stories where childhood friends deal with broken promises, a popular girl and an unpopular boy with lots of ups and downs. Even though it deals with a love triangle, it doesn't turn it into School Days 2.0. There are some sad moments along the way, so keep the usual tissue box ready. Number 3, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten.
あまねは好意がないとまず女の子を家にあげないだろうし、女の子は好意のない相手の家には入らないものよ。
そりゃ好きといえば好きだが。
Sometimes all you need during a bad day is the right caretaker. In our story, the main character lends his umbrella to a girl caught in the rain, only to catch a bad flu as a result. But then surprise! The very next day, the same girl turns out to be his neighbor. What a coincidence. But hey, who's complaining when the girl from next door is the perfect angel who's willing to help the boy whenever he's in need?
で、感想は？
美味しいです。
違う。食べさせられた感想は？
非常にいたたまれなくなりました。
だろうな。
What sets Angel Next Door apart is its focus on the main couple. Instead of getting bogged down with annoying side characters, we get to see the sparks fly between our leads. Sure, the side characters don't get much screen time, but that's okay. What we want to see is some interactions between the wholesome girl and the unpopular boy. If you're into that kind of thing, this is the show for you. Number 2, more than a married couple, but not lovers.
こんなことしても全然平気。
胸このふわとろプリンなぬくもりは。
頑張って完璧にあなたの妻になるからよろしくね。
Here we have the most recent Nisekoi inspired anime, which actually did things right. No, seriously, this show is so good, and I mean it. It's all about this class where they pair up people as pretend couples. They stick them in a room, watch them on cameras, and then give them a grade. And the main characters are Jiro Yakuin and Akari Watanabe, 2 high schoolers who's thrown into this experiment. But Jiro has his eyes on a different girl, and she is forced to be a couple with someone else.
愛情いっぱい込めたよ。召し上がれ。
いただきます。
This anime has one of the best premises, and combine that with a colorful cast, you get an amazing season 1. I'm currently reading the manga, and I'm hoping it won't become like another Rent-A-Girlfriend. And Akari is what you call a gal, like the ones from My Girlfriend's a Gal. If you're into cute romance stories with love triangles and underdog guys winning over 2 girls, this anime is right up your alley. Number 1, Golden Time.
なんでそう極端に走るの？
多田くんだって前向きになるべきだよ。ならなきゃダメ。同じくらい前向きでいてくれなきゃ完璧な親友になれないもん。たとえ私に振ら
This time, it's about college students doing college things, but there's a twist. The main character has amnesia. Yeah, he's got that whole can't remember anything, so doesn't really have a personality thing going on, and he's just kind of there for the first few episodes. Then, out of the blue, he pops the question to the girl by the 17th episode, and finally, they start dating. And the girl here is the prettiest girl in the entire college, so this anime fits this topic really well.
本当に素敵な一日になりそう。ねえ、私たち絶対に運命に定められた前世からの大親友だよね。
おはよう、カガスさん。
The manga for Golden Time is from the same person who created Toradora, so you can spot some similarities between the two. But what really caught my attention in Golden Time is the female characters, especially Koku and Nana. And when I say like, I mean I appreciate how different and fresh they are compared to the other female anime characters out there back in the day. And that's why this becomes the #1 anime in this list.